Hello, I am Casey Bell. I am an author, and today I'm going to be reading you parts of my book, The House on Atticus Lane. We're going to start with Chapter 1, The House on Atticus Lane, Chapter 1. Albert Cuthbert is sitting at a lunch table alone, studying from his math textbook. As he studies, Cora enters the cafeteria. She walks towards Albert and says, "You're not going to believe what he did. Don't hold your breath." "So what did he do to you?" "I went to the convenience store this morning, like I do every morning, to get my strawberry milk. I went to the register and the guy took my strawberry milk and said that he couldn't serve me. I asked him why, and he said because today is Don't Serve Amaryllis Day. I asked him what did he mean, and he asked me if my last name was Amaryllis. I told him yes, and he continued saying that today was the day that anyone with the first or last name of Amaryllis can't be served. I left really upset, and it took me a long time to realize it was a joke. So what did he do to you? You know how much I hate frogs, right? Yeah. What did he do? He put a bunch of them in my front lawn. It was like 100 of those things hopping around. I had to get my little sister to get rid of them before I came to school. It made me 5 minutes late. And you know how much I hate being late. They continue to talk when Jerica walks towards the table. When she sits, Albert says, "Hi, Jerica. How's class?" "It's going." "Hey, Miss Valentine," says Cora. "So what did he do to you?" "He is such an idiot. He left a chocolate box in my locker. When I opened it, it was filled with worms and spiders." Cora responds, "Oh, that is so disgusting." I would have freaked. I did. I mean, worms and spiders don't scare me, but to see that many at a time unexpectedly, I was a bit frightened. "So what did he do to you guys?" Cora answers. "He told the clerk at the convenience store to not sell me my strawberry milk. He left frogs on my front lawn." They continue to converse as Ronald walks towards the table. "Hey guys, how's everything?" They each reluctantly greet him. "So did anything crazy happen to you guys today?" Jerica replies, "Ha, ha, ha, Ronnie. We know it was you, so just say it and get it over with." Ronald yells, "April Fools." Ronald laughs. Jerica continues, "When are you going to stop playing these games? I mean, it's been 10 years since we've known each other. When are you going to grow up?" "Oh, come on. You know you guys love it when I play April Fool's jokes on you." "I don't. I was 5 minutes late today, thanks to you and your frog friends." "Where did you get that many frogs anyway?" "I collected them." "And how did you get them to not sell me my strawberry milk?" "I paid him $100. Cora exclaims, "Where did you get $100?" "That's my secret. Thanks for the box of chocolates. Just so you know, I freed them outside and I threw the box away." "Did it scare you?" "If it makes you happy, yes. It scared me. Now, can you please promise this is the last year you do this?" "I can't make that promise." As they continue to talk, Rebecca enters the cafeteria angry. She walks towards the table and slams her book on the table. "Ronnie, I could kill you." "So what did he do to you?" asked Cora. "How did you get access to my locker?" asked Rebecca. Jerica says, "Let me guess. Spiders and worms?" "Spiders and worms? What are you talking about?" asked Rebecca. "Never mind," says Jerica. Albert asks, "So what did he do?" "I went to my locker after third period, and the idiot taped pictures in my locker." "How did you open it?" "What kind of pictures?" asked Cora. "Pictures of nude men doing obscene things to each other. Now, I've tolerated your pranks in the past, but this time you have gone too far." "What's the big deal? They're just pics," says Jerica. "The big deal is Mrs. Grecker saw them and sent me to the principal's office. I got 2 days detention. I'm already in trouble for getting a D in chemistry, and now this. My mother is going to freak." Ronald is laughing. Rebecca responds, "What are you laughing at? This is no laughing matter. You know these jokes, they have to stop. We're getting too old for them." You're never too old for a joke, says Ronald. You still haven't answered my question, Ronald. How did you get into my locker? I can't reveal all my secrets. Rebecca continues to argue with Ronald. Jacques leaves the lunch line with a tray of food. As he walks towards the table, he continually looks over his shoulder. As he approaches the table, Albert asks, "What's wrong? Someone following you?" No. Ronald speaks with a sly smile on his face. "Hey, Johnson, how was your day today?" Jacques answers, "I hope this is the last year you decide to celebrate April Fools because it is getting annoying." Cora asks, "So what did he do to you?" "I was in gym class today and the most embarrassing thing happened. I don't know how, but he got a hold of my gym shorts. He rigged them so that while I was playing football, they ripped in the front and back. I knew right away it was him." "I think you got the worst joke," laughs Jerica. "No, I did. Hello, I got 2 days of detention because of his foolery." "Well, I just hope this is the last year you do this," says Cora. "Yeah, man, next year we're going to be seniors," says Albert. "It's time that you mature. You can't be a child forever." "So, Jax, what's wrong with you?" "What do you mean?" asks Jax. Ronald says, "There's nothing wrong with Johnson. He's Jax Johnson, the star baseball player. He'll get over the embarrassment of the gym shorts." "I wasn't talking about that," says Albert. "Then what were you referring to?" asks Jax. "I couldn't help but notice as you were walking to the table, you kept looking over your shoulder." "Oh, that. I got caught up in a conversation I was listening to." Jerica asks, "Oh, you were eavesdropping and now you came to share the rumors?" "No, I overheard some kids talking about the house." "What house?" asks Cora. "The house. The house on Atticus Lane." "What house is that?" asks Rebecca. "You've never heard of the house?" asks Ronald. "No, what kind of house is it?" asks Rebecca. "Is it like the White House?" asks Cora. "No, Cora," says Ronald. Jacques continues, "It's haunted." "So they say. But no one actually knows for sure," says Jerica. Albert asks, "Is that the same house with the slaves?" "Yes," answers Ronald. Jacques continues, "You see, back in the early 1900s, a man and his wife captured 4 white men and kept them in their house as slaves." "Chester and Cynthia May Stevens," says Jerica. "Who are they?" asks Rebecca. "The couple that took the men in captive," answers Jacques. "Why would they do that?" asks Cora. Albert interrupts. "The story is the 4 boys raped and killed their daughter, so they took them captive as slaves. The, then one day the boys went crazy and killed the couple along with their 2 sons. And then they killed themselves. This all happened between 1900s and 1920s. After they buried everyone, the story goes that the spirits of the slaves haunted the house until 1940 when they hired some witch doctor to come and kill off the spirits. After she died in 1980, the spirits returned and has been haunting the house ever since. But I don't believe it. I think it's a bunch of poop." "I don't know. People are saying that a lot of strange noises come from that house," says Ronald. "How can anyone know? The house is secluded," says Albert. "I'm talking about people that have been near it," says Ronald. Albert continues, "It's probably a bunch of stray cats or something." "Well, anyway," says Jax, "I was wondering maybe we could go see it." "Who?" asked Jerica. "When?" asked Ronald. "Why?" asked Rebecca. "How?" asked Albert. "What?" asked Cora. Jax continues, "Us. Tonight. Just to see it. See if the stories are true. We'll drive." "And what do you mean by what?" Cora says, "What?" Jerica says sarcastically, "I don't think she's here yet." Albert asks, "But how are you going to see it? There's a big gate in the front of the house that says do not trespass." Cora says, "Well, if it says do not trespass, how will we trespass without trespassing?" Jerica answers, "That's the whole point. We're going to trespass." "That's not good," says Cora. Ronald asks, "Well, how do we even know that there is a gate with a sign?" Albert answers, "Because that's what everyone is saying. Every time I hear the story, someone says there's a big gate with a do not trespass sign." "But everyone that is telling the story has not actually gone to see it," replies Jax. "They're just repeating what they heard." That's why I want to go. We can be the first to see it and be able to see if the stories are true. But what if they aren't true? Asked Cora. The spirits might try to kill us. There's no such thing, says Albert. Then are you coming? Asked Jacques. No. What are you, afraid? You just said there's no such thing, says Jacques. First of all, I have a calculus test to study for and an English paper to write. Rebecca asks, I thought you said the paper wasn't due until May. It is, but unlike the rest of you, I would actually like to graduate in the top percentile. Secondly, if there is a do not trespass sign and we trespass, we can go to jail. No, we can't, says Ronald. We're not old enough for jail. Albert replies, 16 and 17 is old enough. I don't know, you guys, says Rebecca. I'm already in enough trouble. Besides, I have a manicure and a pedicure appointment I can't cancel. We would go at night, says Jacques. You'll be done by then. I don't know, continues Rebecca. Once my mom finds out that I have detention, she's not going to let me leave the house past 9. Well, I'm in, says Jerica. It's about time I find out whether or not these stories are true. Well, I'm going, says Ronald. I love doing things like this. Well, what about the rest of you, asks Jacques. I already said no, answers Albert. That's my final answer. I don't know, says Rebecca. I really can't get into any more trouble. Jacques asks, what about you, Cora? Just as long as we don't get into trouble, I'm okay with it. Jacques says, good. So the 4 of us will go and tell everyone about it. You guys are crazy, says Albert. Jerry, call me tomorrow and tell me all about it, says Rebecca. Jerica answers, no problem. So how are we getting there? Asks Ronald. Meet me at my house, says Jacques. I'll drive us there. Make sure you guys bring flashlights. Well, I'll be at home studying and praying for you guys, says Albert. Praying? I thought you didn't believe in ghosts, asked Ronald. I don't. I'll be praying that you don't get caught by any cops driving by. Cora asks, there's going to be cops there? No one said anything about cops. Jacques says, don't worry. There won't be any cops. There's nothing to worry about. Everything will be just fine.